It's very advantageous to have the net wraps and twines off the bales before going into winter. The bales are really easy to pull the twines and the net wraps on before that they've got snow and stuff on them. It doesn't take very much amount of time to be able to pull the net wraps and twines off those bales that time of the year. And then when we're moving the cows in the winter time, it's one less thing to have to do. All we have to do is move the cows with the poly wire into the bales. We don't have to fight the frozen twines and net wraps.
The reason we do it in the fall is just the time and the labor. It's a lot of labor in the spring to pull them out of the manure and out of the mud. And we find we don't get all of the net wrap at that time of year, where if we do it in the fall, we know we've got it all.
The net wrap's also really hard on ear tags. So to compromise all your ID on those cows, it's even worth pulling it off ahead of time.
That was a learning experience. I had about 50 bales. We didn't get all the twine off, and there was 4 feet of snow and a foot of ice below, and it was just a nightmare. You'd spend 15 minutes taking a twine off a bale. We ended up cutting a lot of them and just going back to the spring and cleaning them up. So the last couple of years, try to focus on getting the twine off when the weather is nice. So a twine bale, you can just set it there in the fall, cut your twines on one side, walk around, pull them all. You don't have to bend over. The bale doesn't get moved again. But with net wrap, you have more tractor time put into those bales, and that's what I'm trying to avoid doing, is running the tractor. So I prefer twine bales, but it's getting harder to find twine bales. Everybody's going net wrap, which I understand. It's a lot quicker to bale.
Well, first of all, we had plastic twine, and we were pulling all these twines off 1,200 bales or more, and there was, it gets late in the fall and then it would start freezing, and you have a lot of time to think about this as you're pulling and thinking there's got to be an easier way. So then we went to sisal twine and then cut the sisal, just cut them. But there was some really bad winds that come through in the winter time, and we thought the hay was blowing away, and of course that wasn't a horrible thing, but we'd like it to go through the animal before it hits the land. So then we decided to just leave it and not cut it to hold it, and that seems to be working. But there's always challenges because, there was a drought in South America, the sisal plant didn't grow, the sisal plant, just after we figured this out, of course, then it was hard to get this, and it's twice the price of the others. So you always have to do this balancing act.